Ugh. As I walk into my apartment, the sheer and utter exhaustion of the day hits me like a brick wall to the face. My adrenal glands are tapped out, leaving me in a dreamlike lethargy. My adrenaline is shot, man. I can't help but sigh as I just stand there, my body too drained to move. Reflecting on how the evening's events transpired, I realize this day kicked my ass. And nothing was really decided, was it? I can't just avoid this forever. Honestly, I only managed to put off having to deal with this for another day. As I continue to anxiety loop, replaying every moment in my head, something steals my attention. A shimmering beam of hope and happiness. My best friend. Juniper! Juniper! Juniper, she is sitting on this couch, scribbling away in a sketchbook, probably working on some designs for her freelance contracts. She's been so happy ever since she left the office, and her joy intensifies upon noticing me standing in the room. How was work today? Well, it was a day, certainly. Deco Nami wanted to buy the Funplex, and Francine asked me to go investigate. Deco? As in Deco's Palace Deco? The one and only. Whoa. How did that go? I said we'd think about it to give us some time. Are you actually considering it? Selling the Funplex? Selling your dream? I don't know. I mean, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. Right now, I just want to stall him out. You're gonna have to decide eventually, you know. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be tonight, right? Juniper sighs, but looks at me with honest eyes. Well, no matter what you pick, I'll support you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let's not stand here and drum up a whole bunch of anxiety. That's not gonna help with anything. Why don't you take off your mind off things and binge watch some cartoons with me? Tempting, but another night, Juniper. I need some sleep. Okay, just let me know if you need anything. I am here for you. Aw, thank you, Juniper. I smiled back at Juniper before retiring to bed. Oh boy, oh boy. All the things. I lay in bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling above me. After trying various ways of forcing myself to sleep, nope. Not working. Can't sleep. I hate insomnia. Once you start worrying about being unable to fall asleep, and then the worry feeds on itself until you're actively stopping yourself from resting. It's a vicious cycle. I sigh heavily, feeling the weight of my decision dragging me down. I hope I did the right thing tonight. My phone lights up as Iris's sensors detect conversation. Augie, you want to chat? I want to sleep, but I can't, so, you know, hey. Would you enjoy some recorded music? Maybe something relaxing? I just can't shake this feeling like I'm standing on a precipice in front of a big, dark hole. It's weird because I still think I made the right call, but if I'm confident in that, why do I feel like I'm about to fail, about to fall? Well, based on prior personality indicators and inputs, my therapeutic system suggests that it is fear of failure based on years of prior examples. In short, you've got a long history of everything going wrong all at once. You know, Murphy's Law, so when things are going right, I'm expecting to fail anyway. But worrying about it won't actually change the situation. Whether you sleep or not does not affect the outcome. My suggestion is to get some rest, deal with the problems as they come. She's right. I mean, intellectually, I know she's right. But knowing something is true and feeling it to be true are surprisingly different things. Iris, off.
Iris, offline.
Okay, but remember, you are a good person and you deserve to be happy. My phone goes back to sleep. I do not. Some hours later, and my body just passes out on its own. I vaguely recall my alarm going off a few times, but under protest of its mistreatment, my flesh refuses to submit to its siren song. Meaning it is nearly noon when I finally rouse, having completely overslept and missed a half a day of work. In a panic, I get dressed and hop a late bus to the Funplex, grumbling all the way. I opt to ignore the pile of waving notifications on my phone, whatever it is. I'm in too much of a hurry. I'll check them after I get to the Funplex. I had promised to report back to Francine first thing in the morning, and now I've missed lunch. But oddly enough, the arcade is closed. I mean, my key still works, but they're closed for business. No, the sign is off, no gamers present. I quickly look around for some familiar and hopefully friendly faces. And I only find dark expressions and tears. My stomach starts to knot, and I feel the color drain from my face as I see their downtrodden and gloomy expressions, tears welling up in their eyes. Naomi quickly dabs at her face, hoping I won't notice. What's going on? Oh, Augie, it's Francine. A dark pit swells in my stomach. She passed away last night in her sleep. I can't talk like Ashley crying right now. I'm told it was peaceful. Oh, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. Oh, the news hits me like a slap to the face. My hands shake and my lip quivers. I try to say something, but words can't form due to the lump in my throat. Family. She told me I was family. And now she's gone. Naomi and Ashley look to me as their beacon of hope, wanting and wishing for me to make this all better. I'm not sure anything I can say will ease our sadness. Heck, I'm not even sure if I can formulate full sentences right now. I take a deep breath, drawing all matters of strength from tips to toes. I look at them with empathy in my eyes before I open my mouth. Intense identity situation detected. She was an amazing person. She would want us to be happy. I have no words. If I could just insert another token. Oh gosh, I guess that is the jokey one. Oh man. I'm gonna go with the steady one on this. She was an amazing person. I mean, and I feel like she'd want us to be happy as... I don't even need to say that. This was okay. I honestly thought this was the steady answer. Okay. Francine was a wonderful human with an even more beautiful heart. She had many happy years with her husband Frederick and decades spent here at the Funplex, doing her best to make everyone smile and have a good time. I wish she could be with us right now. And I can't help but smile when I think of how great a life she led, how happy she would be with how it turned out. Let's remember how she was. She was beautiful. Francine will be missed.
Thank you.
Thank you. I miss her so much, Augie. If Francine was here, your words would have made her so happy. Naomi emits a ragged sigh, a slight tinge of anger entering her sorrowful voice after. Oh, maybe it's for the best that she's not alive to see what happened today. What? Before I can get an answer, my attention is drawn by two people emerging from the back office as I turn my head to see who it is. With everything going on, I barely noticed that Gavin was missing, and as he approaches, the disdain on his face is easy to read. It's settled then, apparently. In light of Francine's passing, our legal owner is now...
Good morning, employees of Deco's Fun Zone.
What the 1992? We didn't agree to anything yet. The confusion on my face is obvious. This makes no sense. I have no idea what's going on, and I look toward Gavin for guidance. I've studied the transaction paperwork. It is legitimate. As of Francine's death, and according to her last will and testament, all her property is transferred to her surviving daughter, mother of Francine's grandson, who was fired from the Funplex shortly before your arrival, Augie.
Capital.
And needless to say, he was quite excited at the idea of selling the place, and well, Francine's daughter wasn't particularly thrilled with the idea of arcade ownership either. They were more than happy to sign the place over to me for far less than I was expecting to pay for it as well. I'm doing them a service, really. I'm taking a burden off of their hands. And now they can mourn and move on unfettered. I stood there, mouth agape, my body assaulted from one bad news to the next. My emotions are all over the place, a hurricane of feelings, when the realization hit me. In the end, my decision was irrelevant. Just another opportunity for the world to stick my nose in it, mocking me for finding something that I care about, something that I can lose. The universe dangled its little dream of hope in front of me and let me pretend that I can make a difference out of cruelty. If this was going to happen anyway, I could have agreed to his terms last night. Maybe I started negotiating a better position for the Funplex, and although it probably wouldn't have mattered at all.
Now, obviously, we'll be closed today to allow time to mourn our former owner. I still have deep respect for Miss Francine. I owe her that much. I'll also close the arcade on the day of the funeral to allow my employees to attend. Those hours will not be deducted from your paychecks.
Oh, you're so generous.
Now, I realize the timing is a bit awkward, but I need to make a few announcements of personnel changes.
Miss Wolf, I'm afraid we really have no need of a costumed mascot. I've been considering phasing them out of my other locations. No time like the present. Did you just fire me? Gavin, can he just fire me like that? Ashley, firing is too harsh of a word. I prefer the term that your services are no longer required. Ashley keeps a proud face as tears roll down her cheeks. I step over to console her as Deco continues. Naomi rolls her eyes, fully expecting this to come after Deco let Ashley go. Why am I not surprised? Behold, my not surprised face. Miss Fairchild, while you are formidable with archaic technology, I don't feel you're a good fit for the modern games of the fun zone. I have to let you go. But friends, it's not all bad news. Mr. Cooper, you've proven a capable accountant. I'd be happy to offer you I quit. Pardon? Pardon? I quit.
I think not.
If there's no room for Naomi or Ashley's dreams, mine end here as well.
As you like.
As you like. As for you, Mr. Lobo, I realize our negotiations stalled last night, but I am still quite keen to keep you on payroll.
I'm going to offer you something few others get. A second chance. I'd like to keep you on as the Fun Zone's general manager.
Complete blank expression. Oof. Well, it's always the kind of thing where it's like, I can fix the things that, are wrong, and then you become part of the system yourself, and it's like, you try to fix things from the inside only to become part of the blackness itself, part of the darkness itself. How am I going to throw a punch? This is no, we have had no discussion about physical prowess at all. This is going to be like rolling a nat 1 or whatever a D1 is. You know what I mean? No. No, if this is not their dream, this is not my dream. Absolutely not. I don't like how you do business, Deco, and I am not doing any business with you now, not ever. Very short-sighted. I hoped better from you, but the choice is yours. I'll have to console my disappointment with all the money that I'll be making from the arcade that you walked away from.
Excuse me.
I'm afraid your time is up. As none of you are now Deco Fun Zone employees, I would like you all to leave immediately. Quickly gather your belongings and see yourself out. Should you dally, my own security team will be here within minutes to ensure your exit. In the interim, I have work. For starters, I need to get rid of all of these antiques straight to the junk heap for them all. I knew he was heartless, but to be this cruel in front of us? Hold it.
I think not.
Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze does not belong to the Funplex, and thus it does not belong to you. It is the legal private property of Percival Sinclair. And for that matter, Wyvern Keep does belong to Augie Lobo. It was given to him directly by Hamza, not to the Funplex. I couldn't care less about those grimy old things, but you have like 20 minutes. I'll leave them out on the curb for garbage pickup. I'll go get the van, which I will note is my personal property as well. Naomi, Ashley, Augie, get the dolly and help me move these games out.
Good.
Have fun with that.
Now, if you need me, I'll be in my new office celebrating my recent business venture. Thank you for your cooperation. And good day.
I wouldn't really call this cooperation, would you? He walks away, twirling his cane once before leaving. That evil-minded, black-hearted, no good. Naomi, focus. We have work to do. Work? To save what we can. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Quickly and without much chatter, we salvage what we could. Percy's Moopy, my childhood in the form of Wyvern Keep. Everything we were allowed to keep went into the back of Gavin's van, working together to safely pack it all in place. For lack of anything better to put them, Moopy went to Percy's apartment and Wyvern Keep to mine. And that was the end. The end of the Funplex. The funeral came a few days later. We weren't officially invited. Our presence as her former co-workers wasn't exactly embraced by Francine's extended family. I guess her daughter resented the Funplex in some way, as if there were bad blood between them. I didn't particularly want the details. None of us were given the opportunity to speak at the remarkably short ceremony, but I had said my words already. As we left, I couldn't help but feel helpless. There's nothing left. No Funplex, no job, no real meaning. Not anymore. Nothing left at all. You guys have each other. You have Ashley. You have your friends. Game over.